Morning, it's National Weather Service in Pocatello, the weather briefing for Wednesday morning, December 12th. Starting off with satellite imagery and radar imagery overlaid on top of that, here we can see we have several little bands of light snow here moving across southeast Idaho this morning. A little heavier activity still lies just to our west back here towards the Magic Valley coming our way. Most all of the snow will move through our area during the morning hours here. And then we'll be dealing with largely a lot of wind and the potential for blowing and drifting snow this afternoon. Here's the model depiction here of what the situation looks like. The low pressure trough here just to the west moving through our area. And by noontime, a good deal of the precipitation will be moving into the eastern highlands and starting to diminish from the west. Here's our snow accumulations for the morning hours from 5 a.m. to 11 a.m. We're looking at upwards of an inch in portions of the Snake Plain, and we get up here towards the bench areas in here, and we may get even 1 to 3 inches possible. Some of the highland areas here picking up about 6-7 inches possible, like Pine Creek Pass. One of the more heavier spots could actually wind up being Immigration Summit here, picking up about 6 inches this morning, and a little additional snow later during the afternoon hours as well. We also have some pretty good snow down around Cache Peak, and some of that may have an influence on how much is able to drift across Interstate 84 here late morning and this afternoon as well. Through the afternoon hours here, we have additional snow accumulation expected, but it's much lighter with the system moving towards the east. Immigration Summit in here will be one of the hot spots in here in the afternoon, still picking up a little bit of snow accumulation. Another 1 to 3 inches possible yet this afternoon. Storm totals would have Immigration Summit here possibly around 8 or 9 inches up here, and with the strong winds that will be a good blowing drifting situation. Pine Creek Pass 4 or 6 inches up in there with blowing and drifting as well. Winds pick up here this morning. Here they're starting to show some signs of increasing, but that west side of that disturbance hasn't quite come through yet. We look for it to in the next couple of hours here, probably between 7 and 8 this morning, and then the pressure gradient will be on the increase, and these winds will begin to pick up. Notice we will be looking at some very strong wind gusts over Cache County area here, and they will actually increase a little bit here towards late morning, early afternoon. Moving into the afternoon, we've got gusts in here up around 45 to possibly 50 miles per hour. Idaho, Yale, Switzer Summit area, some of those favorite areas where the little passes manage to foster some of the stronger westerly wind gusts across there routinely, will be particularly strong wind areas to watch this afternoon. Six-hourly wind gusts here. We've got upwards of 50 miles per hour or better on some of these peaks in this area, and maybe a little bit higher on a couple of them here, 55 or so. Expect the winds to drop off beginning around 9 to 11 p.m. this evening and drop off further to about 8 to 10 miles per hour towards morning. Overnight low temperatures in here, expecting some single digits in the central mountain valleys and the upper Snake Island areas. A little on the chilly side toward morning. Wind chills, though, are not expected to be a big factor, though, because the winds will be dropping off. So there will be some chill in there with the single-digit temperatures present, but not a huge threat. Once this disturbance goes through, our next little disturbance coming along starts moving into the Central Mountains Friday afternoon. It's a rather quick-moving disturbance, and by Saturday morning, this thing is almost completely through our entire forecast area, and it's moving very quickly with limited moisture, and we're looking for very low accumulations in the mountains out of this, 1 to maybe 2 inches or so at best on some of the higher peaks. After that, the next disturbance coming in, it looks like it might be of some significant potential there. It comes in about Sunday night, but the models have been struggling very much with this system here. There's this splitting flow here as this disturbances enter the west coast, and the models have struggled with developing part of the system splitting off and moving across Nevada, Utah to our south, and varying amounts of strength in this little northern stream trying to come across northern central Idaho. High degree of uncertainty as to how potent this system will be at this time. That concludes the briefing for this morning. If you have any questions, please give us a call. Number on the slide.